Hey guys, welcome back to Whiskey and Motorcycles. This video, I'm just gonna kind of sit down and talk to you guys. It's gonna be a real short video. Gonna have a little drink together. I actually haven't had a drink in like 2 weeks now because, as I mentioned in my last video, I was gonna be doing some training. I went through a couple of the SEER courses up here where I'm stationed at in Fairchild, and it takes up pretty well all your time in those 2 weeks. That's why I haven't really got to put any videos out. I'd had a couple whiskey tasting videos that I already recorded, so I got those scheduled, so you guys got to see those the last 2 Tuesdays. But other than that, I haven't got to put anything else out, and that's kind of why. But I got through them both, got my certs for them, so it's pretty cool. There was definitely some challenging times in it, but I learned a lot, and I'm really glad I did it. It was a really cool experience for both those things. I can't really go into too much detail about what I did in those, but I can just kind of give you an overview of what they are. I mean, SEER in general, if you don't know what that means, it's survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. So they kind of teach you anything and all about that. There's all kinds of different courses. I just took 2 of the most basic ones. There's one more course I'd like to get into, maybe in the beginning of the year. But these ones were just about like evasion and resistance. I did the resistance course first. That was about 10 days long or so, and that was all here on base. But it teaches you about resistance. Learned a lot about POWs and kind of things that they used to go through. I've always had a lot of respect for POWs. I mean, as you've probably seen in the garage, I always have an American flag and a POW flag hanging. I got one in my office at work. I don't have a flagpole at the house yet, but I'm wanting to put one up hopefully by next year. I've wanted one for a while. I just haven't got one yet, and it'll be the same way. I'll fly the POW flag. But after going through this and learning more, I have even more respect for all those POWs out there. So just start off, I guess, by saying thank you to those that have made it back, and a thought for all the missing in action that didn't make it back. So here's to all those, if you guys want to join me for that. But moving on from that, that was pretty much just, like I said, the first 10 days. It's pretty well all we learned about. It was like resistance training, and it was cool. And then from there, we came back and we got ready, we packed, and we went out to the woods for about, 5 days, 4 nights, something like that, and learned how to do some different survival skills. Definitely some new things that I didn't know. A couple things I kind of knew, but not much. I definitely learned a lot from there too. It was challenging, more physically. The resistance training was a little more mental, but the physical parts of the survival was just, we had like 3 MREs for those 3 days. We had 2 rabbits that we split between 4 people, and so you're out there. I mean, we had enough food to survive, obviously, but it wasn't a whole lot. So you're somewhat hungry. First couple days, we just kind of learned some basic stuff. We didn't do anything crazy as far as physical activity, I'd say, and we learned like some navigation, things like that. And then the last couple days, we were doing a lot of rucking, which, I mean, I've never really done a whole lot of rucking. So even if you're like pretty well physically fit and you haven't done much rucking before, it can be a little difficult. So I mean, that was definitely the hardest part, and some of the terrain we did was very very thick woods and stuff like that. But that's what I've done for the last few days. I just got back last night. Today's Thanksgiving. I just wanted to put out something for you guys for this Friday video, and I just figured I'd sit down and kind of talk to you and tell you about those two things real quick. Like I said, I can't go into much more about what exactly we did other than kind of that basic stuff. But nice to be back home in a warm house. It was a little bit cold up there, but not terrible. We were able to have a fire and stuff, so that was cool. Anyways, but stuff to do with the channel. I'm gonna kind of try to go over what I guess I'm gonna do here for the rest of the year. So we only got about a month left of this year, so kind of my plans for what we're gonna do. As of right now, I still really want to keep working on the chopper. That might be all that I do for the rest of the year for the videos. I don't have a whole lot of other ideas of videos right now. I do want to do like a winter riding video at some point, but I have a lot of time yet. Within, you know, the beginning of this next year, it'll be plenty cold still and stuff, and I'll be able to do that for quite a while. So I'm not in a hurry to do that, and I kind of want to make that a good video, and you know, kind of gather some more things up that I can think of before I make that video, so it's the best it could be that I can possibly do for you guys. So I guess pretty much what you can expect for the rest of the year is just doing chopper stuff. There may be times I just kind of work on it off camera. Like up to this point, you guys have pretty well seen me do everything on it. I mean, there's been some things that have somewhat worked off camera, but for the most part, I mean, I've been trying to do every single step on camera, and I'm still going to do that to the best of my abilities. But we'll just have to kind of see how that goes. Because like I said, I mean, it takes a lot of time filming and working on the bike, and there's times where the camera's dying and I have to wait and plug it in for a while, and I'm not doing things and stuff like that. So I'm just going to do my best with that. I'm still going to try to get as much of it on camera, but I think I'm going to have to pull back in some areas, but we'll see. Even if I do, I'll still make sure I kind of update you guys on what I did. I don't want to just do things and then not tell you what I've been doing off camera even. So I'll keep you up to date on that. But anyways, that's kind of all I have for now. I don't want to just sit here and ramble and talk forever about nothing. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of how I am, where I am, what I've been doing, things like that. Like I said, I was kind of hoping I could get another video or two out, only missing 1 week, but so I'm still only kind of missing 1 week, I guess. But I don't know, I wouldn't consider this one of my normal videos for a Friday. Like I said, I just want to give you guys something and kind of keep my schedule going as much as I can. With the holidays coming up, I may be missing a few other videos. It just depends. Family will be coming into town for Christmas and New Year time frame, so you may see my dad in a couple videos again, maybe. If we get some time in between to work on the chopper, I'll try to film, you know, some stuff like that. But hopefully now that I've got that training out of the way, we can get back to my regular work routine and regular schedule and get back in the garage and start wrenching and building some stuff on it, making and fabbing some parts, and you know, getting that thing rolling, because I'm having fun working on it. Like I said, I'd really like to have it done by this next September if I could, for the Party at the Pen show. That's kind of my goal. But at the same time, if I don't have it done, I'm not stressing too much about it, because I do want to build this bike the best I can. I mean, I'm not trying to build necessarily a show bike out of it, but I do want to take it to shows, and I do want it to be like to my standard of, you know, somewhat show worthy. I want to make it as nice as possible. I'm not really trying to build like a rat bike out of this. I want it to look nice. I want it to look good. And I'm not a professional bike builder at all. I mean, this is my first full build I've ever done. I've worked on bikes plenty and stuff like that, but this is my first full build of like, and I mean, there's plenty of parts that I'm making that I've never done before. I've learned how to use the lathe somewhat. Still got a lot to learn about that. I've welded a little bit in my time, but I'm also not a super good welder, so I've learned a little bit more about that along the way. Got a little bit better than when I do it. So it's just kind of, some of it's been a learning process too, but either way, I'm gonna kind of work on it until I can get it to where I'm happy with it. That means if I have to redo some things, then I'll redo some things. But I also have a green mini bike out there that I've been wanting to do some work on. I actually got the engine sitting over here on the side of the bar. I got a Predator 212 that I put some chrome parts and a torque converter and stuff on. I may be filming that at some point too. I doubt that'll be within this year though. It may be beginning of next year or something like that, because that's not really that important right now. That's just an extra project that I have to do. So if I get to like where I kind of at a stopping point of the chopper and I'm wanting to make you guys more content, I may do something like that just to kind of keep still a two-wheel kind of video going on for you guys. But and if you guys got any ideas or anything you'd like to see, let me know. Even if you just want to see me riding around doing some motor vlogging or something, if you guys like that, or yeah, just anything. If you guys have any questions about things I've done, and you'd like me to do more of an explanation video on that, just jump down in the comments and let me know, because I'm up for any ideas. I'm making these videos kind of for me, but also for you guys, you know. I started the YouTube channel because I always thought about doing it, and then when I started building my chopper, I kind of wanted to document it, and I thought it doesn't really matter if the channel blows up or not, at least I'll have those videos. But at the same time, I've kind of put enough effort into this channel now that I'm wanting to make it somewhat decent. I want the people that would want to see this to see it. So if you have friends that you think would enjoy this content, share it with them, and you know, let me know. It still doesn't matter to me if I get really big. It would be cool, just because I would like pour back into the channel and it'd be a little bit easier to make some of these videos. I'd have more stuff to make content about, you know. But even if not, I'm still just trying to make videos that you guys would enjoy. I don't want you to click on videos and just not like it. Like, it's a waste of my time and a waste of your time, and I don't want to do that to you. So yeah, like I said, just give me ideas if you got any. But up until now, everybody that's subscribed and everybody that watches every week, I really appreciate it. And thank you for all the support you've given me from the day you subscribed till now. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for sticking around.